An important part of FormStack is our ability to offer additional security features for your account. Depending on how you want to utilize your data or structure your FormStack account, you may need to implement some of these security tools. In this video, we're going to touch on some of these security features that are included with your HIPAA solution. When you're creating a form, you could be collecting secure and sensitive information from your users. It's very important for you and for your users to enable the correct security measures. To get started, we're going to jump into the settings of our form by selecting the settings button underneath the name of the form, or by clicking on settings while you're in the builder of the form itself. As a reminder, the security settings that we're looking at today are not account specific and would only apply to the form that we're working on. You will select the security option on the left-hand side. Once selected, all available security options and choices will appear. I want to draw your attention to a few security features that are offered on your account. Those are the ability to create a form password, form encryption, and lastly, the ability to enforce encryption on emails with PGP. Let's go through the difference between all of these features and how to set them up. A form password will prompt the user to enter the provided password before they're able to view the form itself. For instance, if I set a form password here and then I go and view the live form, you'll see that I'm prompted to enter the password before I can view the form and fill it out. You'll also be notified if you entered the incorrect password. In addition, you can also use SSO to enforce form passwords. Some of the more advanced settings that we can include on our forms are encryption notification emails with PGP. Specifically, if you'd like to send secure information via email, you will need to add a PGP key to be entered to view that email data. To accomplish this, you would simply add the PGP key in this box and then click the Add PGP button. The next advanced feature and a very important step in security is encryption on your saved data. Specifically, once somebody submits your form and they have entered the secure information, no one can view that submission without knowing the encryption password. It is very important to note that this password is only known to the person who sets it up, and it's important to use a password that's memorable and that you've written down in the event that you might forget it. This password is not something that our team would have access to for privacy reasons, and if you need to reset that password, it would require erasing all of the data that's being stored on this form. It's worth mentioning that the password you set for this form is form specific and not account specific. Let's continue with setting up this feature. You've added your password and acknowledge that you will remember it, and that by enabling encryption on this data, it will disable the ability to search and graph data while you're viewing it. To complete this step, click on the Add Encryption Password button. Now that you've added encryption, you will be prompted to enter in the encryption password before you can see the data. It's an additional layer to protect sensitive data for users who are using these forms to keep your data secure. Thank you for watching our video on adding these security features to your form. We know that some of this information can feel a bit overwhelming, but these tools are important to help protect any sensitive data that you might collect. Upholding the requirements of HIPAA is ultimately your organization's responsibility. If you have additional requirements or questions about what best practices you're required to follow, we encourage you to reach out to the designated HIPAA contact at your institution. If you're looking for any additional resources on HIPAA or other topics, I would encourage you to review our Help Center or contact our support team by clicking on the eye icon on the top right corner. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to working with you on your next FormStack project.